How's it going, everyone? Jiivita here with another Let's Play episode. So we have something kind of, at least to me, exciting to finally get the show on the Let's Play series is we're gonna go to an Exo world. So there was a recent one that just went live and it's a burn world, so which is actually perfect for us since because we won't have to mess around with our atmospheric resistances or protections or whatever they're called. But a couple of things I'm after is the kindling shred or kindling mass. Let's see here. There we go. So this right here, it basically is only found on Exo worlds. There's been some kind of rumors like, oh, maybe you can find it on some of the permanent worlds. I've yet to see that actually proven, but right here it says Exo World level 4 through 8. So basically anything tier 4 and up. So this is a burn world that automatically means it's at least a level 5, which I believe is actually a level 6 if I remember correctly. So we should be able to find this. We might even be able to find some of the new liquids, so I am bringing a liquid breaker. And let's see here. What I did for my spec is I was already on my farming slash building slash it's a little bit of everything spec. It's got some crafting in there as well, but I picked up the warp distance skill, which should allow me to warp to this planet. The planet that we can get to this from is, what is it? I think it's Delta Can Crit. I was way off. Gallon. Okay. So yeah, the portal or the Exo portal bot, whatever it's called on the Portal Seeker Discord is not working at the moment, but in the Exo World channel it was still announced like, oh, there's a new Exo World, and gave a screenshot, which, of course tells me what planet the player is on, not to mention what type of planet it is because, well, he's looking at the planet. So I think I pretty much got everything set up. It's kind of amusing. I don't have any just single target hammers. I have plenty of tier 6 AoE hammers, which should be fine for what we're going to be doing. Like I said, I'm going to bring my liquid breaker. I got an empty atlas, some totems. What I'm missing are the warp augments. So we might quickly pick one up. I also want to pick up some performance grapples, and hopefully my favorite seller has some in stock. It doesn't exactly have the best prices, but I haven't really found anybody else that makes better grapples, so the premium is well worth it. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any augments. I might off camera grab one, but I guess we could test out the new shop scanner. I don't think I've actually shown this yet on the Let's Play, but now you can search up whatever. So we can do warp, augment, and you can now do buy from, sell to, depending on what you're wanting to do. So wow, 15 coins. That's pretty darn cheap. That's a long ways away, so that's 2,000 meters away. This one's only 516. It's more expensive. But yeah, it'll list all of the prices for that planet if they do exist. So like nobody's buying warp augments, but a few people are selling them. So we could just click on this and it sets it as a waypoint. So up at the top it tells us our distance, and then we can just head towards the orange marker as I fall into the hole. Really do need to fix that. But we are supposedly, theoretically, going to move at some point. So yeah, this is really not that far, and the price isn't that much more. This is almost over where what was this place called? Crap, now I can't remember. I don't know. There was a nice town over there. I was going to build a shop, and then it kind of all fell apart. I almost want to call it New Leyden, but I don't. Maybe, yeah, I guess it was New Leyden or something like that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump over here and meet you all there. Home of the Oort. Was that Nagas? Nagas. That works for me. Got lots of mosaic there. Let's see here. It's kind of Okay, I see a ramp over there. Lots and lots of storage here. And looks like we need to go up another... Here we go. Very nice. Doesn't exactly look like a shop. It looks like maybe this is storage. And they just went ahead and put a price on it. It's like, somebody's willing to buy it for this much. Then that's probably fine with me. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead, pick one of those up. We really should only need one. I mean, I guess I could buy some more for later, but yeah, like we saw earlier, there's definitely cheaper places to get this. This is just kind of a matter of convenience. So probably go ahead, return to our home beacon just so we can get to the Portal Seeker network faster, and then we'll go pick up those grapples, and then hopefully just head straight over to Gallon and get this show on the road. I was going to pick up some leaves for the new shop build. However, I got called in to work like right when I was going to be doing all my video editing and maybe some extra recording, and so yeah, I haven't gotten that done. I didn't exactly think it'd make for an exciting episode of just running around gathering leaves. I did kind of scout out what planets I might want to go to, which of course I don't remember off the top of my head at the moment, but yeah, the forge shop that I'm going to, you can get to it from the Bori network, and for the Portal Seekers, and I used to remember oh, I think it's this one, yeah, Dub T Stalkery, something like that. And yeah, he sells, at least last time I was here, I think I've shown this place off once before, but basically maxed out long-range emerald grapples. They are a little pricey. There's one for 11,000 and here's another for 12,000. So this one, oh, it's got a little bit of energy drain on it, but I mean, take a look at it. You're already spending 150 energy each time you shoot this. An extra 4 is hardly worth it, but we got a 60 meter range, reel in 75 meters per second, reel out as a little bit less, but that's just because of the grapple has base less, and then that magical 85 meters per second projectile speed. I don't care so much about the reel in and reel out speed, it's mostly the projectile speed and range that I'm after. Let's see what the slightly cheaper one is all about. Okay, so it doesn't have any defects. Still has the 60 meter range, 80 meters per second on projectile. Okay, so yeah, this is an extra 5 meters per second faster. Is the reel in the same 75 versus what do we have over here? 75. So yeah, I think I'll take the extra projectile speed. And I believe, yeah, this guy just recently showed me how to basically do this with lucent grapples. So it'll be kind of interesting to see which one of these videos actually goes live first, because I'm a little bit behind on releasing Let's Plays. So let's go ahead and get 2 of those. Guess that, yeah, they don't stack with my current grapples, but not that big of a deal. We may or may not actually need to use these, but Burn World, that's going to have plenty of lava, and so yeah. But so yeah, let's head over to, what do we say, Gallon, and see if we can find this Exo World. There might actually be portal tokens for sale, or location tokens, excuse me, that will take us to this planet. Sometimes there's some up for sale. Oh yeah, that's kind of gonna... I wasn't thinking about that. So this spec doesn't have the atmospheric protection, so that's going to make finding this planet a little bit difficult. Let's see here, Gallon is off of the Alcyon hub, so it should be just one more. Yeah, there we go, Alcyon. And here is Gallon. So this is going to be potent atmosphere protection. So I guess, I mean, we have extra skill points on this spec. Well, that looks interesting. Kind of hard to see it through everything, but let's pick up some, well, yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. I started to say maybe we could just find a location marker for sale, but yeah, I'm basically walking around blind here, so just go ahead and pick up, what did we say, potent? Yeah, that makes sense. So we need 4 points and confirm. There we go. Weather is clearing up. Don't see anything in the sky just yet. I guess we should actually get outside, maybe equip our augment. And yeah, we're just gonna have to stargaze for a little bit here. See if I can. Very nice. Get up here. I can see a little bit more of the skyline. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen Alcyon this close up from another planet. That is kind of impressive looking. So yeah, I guess we could climb up a little bit higher. Ooh, those are pretty high. And yeah, hopefully it's not gonna be like behind those planets or something. Interesting bridge opening there. Oh, there we go. Shoot it before it runs away. Perfect. Okay. So, some mad wob? Some mad wob? We'll see here. It's got double A's and double U's. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. Sumaidwad. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so. Oh, I didn't bring any warp augments. Wow, I cannot talk. Conduits. There we go. I could not. I didn't bring any warp conduits, but we can use the ones in the sanctum. It'll be our most recent warp destination, which I only have 2. Oh goodness. I guess this was. Is that really the plan I started on, or I don't know. Oh no, landing site. There we go. I wonder why I was warping to Refguard. Maybe I was just kind of showing how to do it. So 3,400 coins, a little bit pricey, but not that bad. And we'll need to switch over to my mining spec once we get here. Hopefully there's no creatures waiting to pounce on me. There we go. Make active spec. That'll clear up the weather for us. And yeah, should be current world resources. Okay, nice. So there's primary resin here. There's only 0.03%, so might already be cleared off. Ooh, we got goo kernels here as well. Might try to find some of those, but the main thing we're after, combustion fraction kernel right here. So, very nice. Or wait, no, not combustion fraction. We're looking for like kindling mass. Is there not going to be any kindling mass? There should be. Cobalt fragment, reactive lamella. Huh. Let's see here. We are on level planet something or another. Details. Atmosphere is level 5 volatile. Fierce burn world, so that should be level 6. I mean, I know it's best found on metal worlds, but I thought they would still be on a elemental world. So head over here. Exo world level. Yeah, best world is metal 4 through 6. That to say it's only found on metal worlds? Yeah, I guess that might be the case. That's a little disappointing if it is. So constellation prize here is that this world apparently has a new color of gleam that's never been, presented before via the Exo worlds or whatever. So it's I think it's lime green or something like that. So you can pick up hopefully some primordial resin. That's going to be a little bit tricky to find if the planet's already been kind of picked clean of it. Because it's really not, it's only found on the surface, and if you don't get there really early, it can be picked clean rather quickly. But, let's see, I guess this isn't one of the pools. So I guess we can just look around. I mean, we can go explore in the caves. We can definitely pick up some combustion fraction. Of course, we could have gotten that on a permanent world, so... I guess we'll just kind of explore around and see what we can find here. Well, I heard the gleam kind of hangs out. There's like some pancakes where there'll be just a few, and then there's some kind of like tree gourd decorations on some of the trees that have kind of like, I guess each one's like 8 blocks of gleam. Oh, there we go. I think these usually have gleam on them. Looks like maybe they've been picked clean or something. I think I did bring some regeneration bombs, so we can just... Here. Ooh, cool lime. That's what it is. Oh, not gonna break it with that totem. So... Very nice. 2 pieces of gleam. Yeah, that is a really light color of gleam. Very interesting. But yeah, I guess we could just sit there and regenerate that little piece over and over to get a decent amount of this stuff. But, see if we can find a better spot. And I wonder, okay, here we go. Here's some rock. So we got pale moss. Really, I think we have different ideas of what moss looks like. Pale moss, crisp green. Oh, I guess it's also some of the planetary lighting. It's got this really kind of strong pinkish lighting to it. Cool mint. So let's get some, there we go, it's a little, yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna be overly interested in the goo that's found on this world. The goo inherits the color of the rock that it grows on, so just by looking at the rock colors you can figure out or preview what the goo colors are gonna be. I guess they could be handy for mixing pigments though. They are pretty light colors. Okay, wow, look at all that lava. I guess we could pick up some lava. We have that liquid breaker, but I guess the main thing we're gonna get that's gonna be really valuable from this planet is the resin, which really, I don't know. You can buy primordial resin pretty cheaply now, which was kind of my plan. I just wanted to get some of the kindling mass seeds, which unfortunately doesn't look like they're going to be on this planet, so kind of misinterpreted the knowledge tree there. And this terrain is just a little bit unfriendly. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Should have paid a little bit more attention to the leaf colors. We could actually maybe get some really interesting leaf colors. And so I think if we look at the knowledge, it'll show us the colors for this planet. So, is it foliage? There we go. Let's see here. Worm, Veridin. Yeah, not real exciting. Wow, so the lush and exotic are both the same color. That's a little disappointing. Oh, there we go. There's some lean balls. Oh, nice. So there's 4 on this tree alone. I think each one of these is, yeah, 8. Not too shabby. Especially if you can hit them more efficiently than that. There we go. There, maybe I can just hit it. Well, no. I guess the way it's chiseled, it doesn't want to hit a little bit better than that. There we go. If I'd known I was going to be going after Gleam, probably would have bought more regeneration bombs. But live and learn, I guess. There, that one over there, it's only like 2 or 4 or something like that. Not sure it's exactly worth it. Don't run away, I need you. There we go. Let's see here, I wonder, kind of, I guess not. Now sometimes you got some hangy bits like this, you can find goo on the underside, but okay. So I think I'll go ahead and save this location just in case I decide I want more of this stuff. Locations, not custom, but add to cool lime. Clean. There we go. And let's just kind of run around and see if we can maybe find some primordial resin. Would it be bad to kind of show off what the stuff looks like, or at least where it kind of spawns? Because it spawns in these kind of weird pools that are just on the surface, and once you kind of see a couple of them, they're relatively easy to kind of spot from a distance. It's just kind of a matter of knowing what you're looking for. There's usually, like, I don't know, there's some that don't have any trees right next to them, and then there's some that are kind of shaded by a particular tree. So it's like you can almost just look off in the distance like, oh, there's that one tree that probably means that there's a pool of resin. Depending on the biome, though, it's like they do definitely kind of favor certain areas over others. Kind of interesting, just to actually go into a cave, or it's just kind of like a weird cavern there, or crater almost. Ooh, got glowing mushrooms over here. I don't think I brought an appropriate tool to actually pick them up. Can oh, okay, my totem can actually break them. That's not too unreasonable. Because I don't think I have the, oh, what's it called? The Gathering Epic, I guess, that increases surface resource drop rate. But some is better than none, so we'll take it. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not a bad color of green. I'm not wild about this turquoise. I was kind of thinking more of almost like an albino leaf look for our tree at the shop. So, but I also thought, oh, there was some like special exo worlds that were up for Halloween, and it was like lots of dark and, you know, reds and things like that, and I was gonna see like what kind of leaves they had, because like some really bold, bright red with some really light colored leaves. I thought that'd be kind of an interesting contrast. But at least the one that I was on is already gone. There was, I think, another one that might still be active, but figured I'd try to go after this stuff first, the kindling shred. It's like there's some gleam over there somewhere. It's lit up for, oh, it's a meteorite. Okay, well, free loot. Let's see here, titanium and rough sapphire. Not bad for just stumbling onto something. Okay, so that looks like another... I mean, you're getting one at a time, but if you don't want to use regeneration bombs, that doesn't look like a terrible way to get it. As far as the gleam. And let's see here, we're already up to 27 minutes. I know I'll probably cut out a little bit of the prep time of buying the warp augment and all of that, but I think I'll go ahead and go off camera while I look for these pools of resin and get back to you all a little bit later. Okay, so I haven't found any whatchamajiggers yet, but I did find some gleam. So primordial resin pools. So handily, they do glow, so you hardly even need a light to find them. And since they're here and so easy to get, like I'm literally at ground level, so but they'll grow on the underside of like floating mountains, so to speak. You can also find them down in the caves, but this is one of the easier ways to get this stuff. Let's see here. I don't see any up there. Maybe it's just on these lower levels for this planet. But yeah, sometimes you have to like dig down into the cave systems to be able to find this stuff. And it's a little bit annoying, but if it's the right color that you're after, then, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see here. Kind of surprised I haven't found any pools, whether they're empty or otherwise. So slightly surprised. Usually I can find them pretty well, but like I said, they do kind of favor... Oh, here we go. Very nice. And it's actually, got some resin in it. So now we can actually put this in the atlas that we have and be able to see where there's more of it. It does count as a resource, so you cannot regenerate this stuff. But then you can also use the atlas to help you find it. So a little bit of a trade-off there. But it would be a little bit ridiculous if you could just regenerate this stuff, because then you just stand in one spot with a regeneration bomb and basically print it out. Let's see, I think... Oh. So yeah, it's a little bit easier if you have an AoE fluid breaker tool, but certainly not too bad. And you get more than one primordial resin per source block that you break. So we already have 80, and so yeah, it's pretty easy to get a lot of this stuff. The only problem is that sometimes the planet gets picked clean of it rather quickly. So it looks like we got a player really not that far over there. And so we can take one of these, drop it in there, and there we go. So looks like there's another one just right under our nose. But here I thought I was going to be showing kind of a rundown on how to get kindling shred, and instead we're doing primordial resin, which, you know, nothing wrong with that, I suppose. And if you're kind of wondering what in the world we're going to be using this stuff for, you can use it to make fertilizer. I'm not a huge fan of fertilizer. It just makes crops grow a little bit faster, and generally speaking, I'm not too concerned with how long it takes a crop to grow. But certain crops like the car nuts, they actually need primordial resin, or at least the resin, the solidified version of the fluid, to actually make the crop happier. And they're pretty, I probably wouldn't even recommend trying to grow them without the primordial resin, or the solidified version. I think it's just, I think it's not resin, it's amber is what it's called. Looks like there's just a tiny little bit, yeah. Oh, thought maybe like somebody didn't completely get a pool, but it looks like it didn't quite spawn in or generate correctly, so. It's kind of an interesting prefab. Like, is it a tree? Is it a rock? Kind of trying to be both. Actually, let's take a closer look at the woods. That's like a kind of a crazy, kind of a blue color. Actually looked pretty interesting. Might want to pick some of that up. Let's see here. Let's, you need to lose this cuddle trunk. There we go. Already lost them. And it looks like there's some more, resin right over here. Another thing is we can use the atlas to find more of the goo as well. The only problem is that since it's also in the cave systems, it's a little bit hard to figure out where it is. So yeah, here's kind of like this goofy kind of tree formation outlining this resin pool. So very nice. Yeah, with some really nice grapples and an AoE fluid breaker, you can like single-handedly strip a planet of resin, just about. It'll take you a little bit, but you know, at least the what's it called? Oh, petroleum. Duh. The petroleum, you can actually find that essentially in the cave systems or buried underground, so it's a little bit harder for just a few players to like get all of it on an exoplanet. So, whoops. I was afraid that was going to happen. Like, I did hit the jump button, but I was going downhill, so I guess my feet technically weren't touching the ground, so yeah, no jump if your feet aren't touching the ground. Let's see here, is there something else? Oh, it looks like there's one over there somewhere. Whoop. I keep saying I'm gonna look at these trees, and then about the time... Let's see here, so we got... Oh, dark turquoise? It looks a lot bluer than that. Looks like we got kind of a... Almost looks like a poop lime or something. Oh, vivid moss, okay. And yeah, there's no telling where we'll find ancient. It's generally, for whatever reason, a rather rare... You know, if there's gonna be one that's rare, it's gonna be ancient wood, basically. Sometimes it's pretty plentiful. Oh, wrong button. Oh, I guess we got... Well, there's more over here. The side of me that wants to pick the planet clean wants me to go over to that other one that's by itself. But the more time efficient, realistic side of me that's like, we're not gonna pick the planet clean. Like, go to the area of higher concentration. Ugh. I have to say, these, like, I don't know what to call these. It's like it was trying to be a field and the lava is trying to eat it all up. It's a little bit annoying, I have to say. Guess I could pull out my performance grapples and try to swing past all of it. Hopefully, oh, here we go. Sorry to say, there is a player over in this big general area. But I think the Exo worlds and the resin and all of that has been out long enough that the rush to gobble it all up is kind of subsided. Not to mention this, I believe this Exo world's only a few hours old anyway, so it's kind of a happy little coincidence that it spawned when it did. Because usually by the time I'm able to record, it's like all the Exo worlds are pretty old or have already disappeared. Because they seem to sort of favor weekends, and yeah, I'm just not available on weekends. So. Okay. Isn't there supposed to be several in this general area? Wow. Yeah, I guess that's what was throwing me off about this planet, is usually, you know, like open fields, kind of lightly forested areas, it's kind of where you tend to find the resin, but this, I guess, is as close as you get to fields. Because that seems to be where the resin, at least on this part of the planet, yeah, is located. That's a little bit bonkers. Guess we can pull out my loot magnet. Looks like we might have to dig up that thorns to get the fluid out of it. Let's see here. Oh, there's one. We're literally gonna have to beat it out of the ground with a hammer. Oh wow, that a little bit annoying. There we go. Work complete. Let's see here. Like there's a little tiny bit. Oh yeah, right there. Think, yeah. So yeah, this will allow us to start farming car nuts, which will be handy for, you can actually turn it into bark, but you can also make pretty much all of the oils used to make brews. So it's a pretty, that was lucky, pretty versatile crop. Does take a little bit longer for it to mature, but you know, my stance on that is just plant more of it. But you know, then you actually have to get enough seeds to plant more of it. I should probably think about some food and what else. So we found resin, we found some gleam, a little bit of goo. I guess we could go ahead and get some combustion particles, because those will be on this planet. If we can find the right kind of cave, because that makes all the difference in the world of you know, your experience in getting this stuff. Because if you find the right cave system, you can just kind of walk around in the caves and not have to really, you know, dig through solid rock basically to try to get to this stuff. Let's see here. There's plenty of resin still, but we do have 408. I mean, I guess we could go ahead and try to get a smart stack. But the main thing we'd be using it for, I can think of, I mean, I guess we could just look at the knowledge here. Resin. There's petroleum. There we go. Primordial resin used to craft Arshan mulch, which is a fertilizer, which we don't really need, but we can turn it into, if I can hit the right button, turn it into amber, which is then, yeah, so amber really isn't used to craft anything, but it is used in farming. So yeah, we really only need as much as we're interested in using it for farming. Slash, you know, we could use it for decoration as well. So here we, yeah, kind of sort of passing by some of this. There we go. And that's another thing is for the kindling shred, we'll need petroleum, or rather the bitumen or asphalt, basically, the solidified version to make the kindling shred happy. So, but like I said, I kind of had plans to just go ahead and buy that stuff because it's pretty. I mean, it was selling for like 1,000 per source block or block of it, however you want to call it. But I think last time I looked or noticed some, it was like 50 or something, which is fairly reasonable. I mean, it sounds downright cheap to what it used to run for. There we go. Liquid gold. Nice. Let's see here. And there's a little bit over there, a little bit over here. Looks like, yeah, right there. Very nice. Okay. So we have still not quite a smart stack, but might go ahead and just get that on my own time. Let's see, we've recorded another 16 minutes, so we're kind of in the 30-minute range here, probably quickly approaching 40 minutes. So, kind of take a look at these. Kinda, I don't know, I'm not crazy about these colors. Yeah, crisp green, cool mint, pale moss, they're all in kind of the green, almost like thinking about being turquoise. Like I said, we might be able to use them to like mix colors together, but let's take one of these, throw it in an atlas. And yeah, as you can see, kind of just a little bit of everywhere has this, and but either this spot has already been picked clean, or it's down in the caves. Or both, really. I mean, there's kind of some players in this general vicinity, so... It does seem to be a little more reliable to... Ooh, there we go. There's some right there. I guess I kind of need like a loot magnet and I guess a gathering tool all at the same time. It's kind of hard to have a loot magnet grapple and a harvester out because, yeah, this one just ended up on the ground. So, Mr. Hopper, I don't feel like playing today, so you can just be down there. Yeah, that was something else we were going to do, is maybe try to find some combustion particle. But granted, like, you do not need to go to an Exo-World to get that stuff. It's just kind of like, it does happen to be on this planet. So maybe we'll save that for, well, I think it needs to be saved for another episode in general. But might just get that on one of the permanent planets instead of Exo-World. So anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and cut this video off here. I might kind of wander around this planet and, you know, kind of sightsee and get some more primordial resin, maybe some more gleam. That's kind of a not terrible color of gleam. Would have been nice to, you know, I'm kind of thinking like trying to find some version of green gleam to kind of use as like fireflies around the shop. So I think this is going to be a little bright for that purpose, but still might be useful for goo farming if we ever decide to do that. And yeah, it's not a bad color, especially for just like lighting, because it is, I believe, the brightest color. So you could even use it for farming if you know, wanted the brightest light, but not necessarily want to use white gleam. So, but anyway, this was Jiivita. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more like this, and if there's anything you didn't like, please let me know down below. Also, if you like my channel, want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Until next time, peace. And somehow managed to save myself there, so. Okay. Peace and stay boundless.